Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. This quote is by Beatrice Porter. Believe there is a great power silently working all things for good. Behave yourself and never mind the rest. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials up 29, Nasdaq up 27, S&P's up 4.5. Gold contract flat at $1,189 an ounce. Silver up 2 cents at $16.73 an ounce. Platinum down $8.50 at $1,104 an ounce. Light sweet crude flat at $60.31 a barrel. Bonds. The bonds got toasted and roasted, folks. You had the 10-year down 22 ticks, 126.31. 30-year off full 2 points at 153.22. King dollar up 514 ticks at 97.50. The euro down 57 at 109, and the yen up 67 at 124.82. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? We get volatility in spades, baby. It's a trader's paradise out here. So let's go take a look at the SPY first. What do we have with the SPY? SPY finishes the market out here at 211.57. You end up with the doji. The thing that's amazing, folks, is this market out here had volatility in it today. And what it also did is it traded just like the DAX. It was pretty wild watching this thing shake out. Specifically, what I mean is this. What the DAX has done quite a bit is that the DAX has got loaded on the way down, made its way back up, finished halfway. That's what our markets did out here today. If we take a look at the SPY, what you had is this, is that we had opened up here today at 211.94. Then the couple operators, or maybe one operator, slammed the thing down pretty hard. It got it right down to 210.62 in a heartbeat, literally in 20 minutes. Then you crawled all the way back up. But, you know, we were at our lows this morning at 10.10. Market crawled all the way back up and got into its highs at a price point of 14.30, 2.30. At that particular point, guess what? It starts selling off slightly. Volume expanded. Bottom line, that same operator came right back in. And the last bar in this is set up that we're going to have lower prices out here tomorrow, too, because the last bar, they just threw it all up. They did 10% of the volume in the last bar. 9 million shares were basically dumped. That 9 million shares was going into the bar as we had gone topside this morning at the 1220 place. So you got basically a halfway move today. You got a failure on price. You got a failure on volume. On Friday, folks, we had 1.1 billion on the NYSE. We had done 2 billion on the NASDAQ. Bottom line is that we can take a look at the 3 Qs. What we have with the 3 Qs right now is that you're hanging at the highs, and they're still the strongest indice up there, but you're hanging at the highs with a nice little doji up there. So we hit a low today of 109.52. You closed at 110.42. Bottom line is that, you know, I suspect this is, until it gets inside. Number one, it has to get inside the 109.42. Right now we're at 110.42. The IWM, we take a look at the small caps. What do we have with the small caps? Small caps closed out here at a price point of 124.28. And the small caps, what the small caps haven't been able to do is that they haven't been able to test their high. It doesn't look to me like they're actually going to test their high. The small caps, we did 35 million shares today. Now that's a good number, by the way, the 35 million. We had gone down on about 33 million. But what we're doing is that we're going into the downdraft that had been created out there from the 25th, which is 43 million. So at 43 million, bottom line, it's going to need a lot more volume to get up and over that level, and the market just doesn't have the buyers to basically do that. Gold contract. What do we have with gold? This gold's going to be wild watching this whole thing shake out, folks. The reason being is that what gold has done is this. Gold all last week rejected lower price. That is with the dollar doing a nice counter-trend bounce topside. And we know commodities are dictated by the dollar, period. So what do we have out here today? We did monster volume. We did 161,000 contracts just in the contract with trading. You got to a price point of 1204. Now, you didn't hold price, but you had volume. When you don't hold price and you have volume, folks, you go right back topside. So I expect tomorrow, latest the next day, you're going to be right back topside. That thing's going to run up to this 12, it'll be 1232. Last 1232, yeah, 1232 is the last high up there. That's where I suspect you're going to run to. Now, let's go over to the silver contract. Silver is actually giving us a better indication as to where this market wants to go. If we take a look at silver, watch what this is really cool because the SLV is set up like this too. What silver did today is this. Silver gets to a price point of $17.10. We do 54,000 contracts. That level took out how we came down, number one, on 526. It's much closer to the swing point of 1775. Now watch if we look at the SLV. So the correlation goes, the SLV is 10% of the price of silver. The SLV, you talk about SLV, doing some juice, the SLV out here today did 9.3 million, got into the downdraft that only had 6.7. So the SLV is trading at $16. That baby wants to get up to $16.96. It looks to me like we're going to go to $17.69. That $17.69 is the highs of January of this year. Nice setup, big time. We go take a look at the King Dollar because everything is dictated by King Dollar, meaning in the commodity market. Well, actually, what's going on is that King Dollar is also dictating the S&P, folks. So we take a look at King Dollar. This is what we have with King Dollar. King Dollar is trading out at a price point of 97.49. Now, King Dollar had volume this morning, and it gave it up. You know, we had already done like 37,000 contracts at 10:15 this morning. It only ended up doing 50,000 contracts. Bottom line, the high that we're generating up there did 64,000 contracts. It didn't make the high, number one. I'm not talking about the high of the dollar. I'm talking about the high that was established on the 27th of May last week. That's at the 0.618. Couldn't handle it. Backed off it. I expect what you're going to see out here tomorrow is that first off, the dollar is going to back down. As we back down, we'll see how the metals market reacts on that back down. The bond market is getting toasted and roasted. The bond market itself is looking that the actual market will get the interest rates going higher. If we take a look at the TLT did 12 million shares today. On the counter trend bounce, it did 7.9. So Friday, when we went topside, 7.9. You did 12 million. Your swing point down the bottom, where I expect it's going to go after, is 118.13. And 118.13, folks, only has 8.4 million. So this very well could be a very large ABC structure on the way down. Your A point on this would be 131. Your B point is 118. What that, 828? That's 13 bucks. Your C point is 123. Gets you $1.10. $1.10, folks, is saying that these rates are going higher. You need a mortgage out there, go get it, okay? I don't expect rates to go dramatically higher, but guess what? Half a point, yeah, they can go up a half a point. Right now, you're still going to be able to get a 30-year, very inexpensive. The 10-year, which is that's with the 30 years going to be priced off, is only still at 2.18. That'll get you about a 30-year at about a 3.8 to a 3.85. And don't, folks, get money as long as you can get it out there. That's the bottom line. Don't go, I can understand sometimes when you want to go for a 15-year and get rid of it, but guess what? I suspect when these rates turn, they're going to turn for a long period of time. This is very unusual. Just as 14% rates, folks, were unusual in 1980, 1981, a 3%, 3.5%, 30-year rate is very unusual now, okay? Somewhere in the middle of the next 5 or 10 years, we're going to be out there probably 5.5% or something like that. That couple percent is going to save you a huge amount of money over the course of time. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Dow Industrials finished up 29, Nasdaq up 10, S&P's up 3.5. Gold is trading at 11.89. You get silver at 16.74. Late sweet crude 60.34. We're going to be right back.